Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to build 21-inch biceps, drug-free.
My friends, think about it. Just think. I want you to think. 27 years in jail. Beyond my comprehension. 27 years in jail. That's such a major part of, such a long time back or forward. I mean, at my age, I know I'll never live another 27 years. But here's a man that spent 27 years in jail because he was fighting to be free for his freedom. Not fighting with guns, but verbally. He threatened the whole country of South Africa. They put him in jail for 27 years. And you know what's the most amazing thing to me? It fascinates me to my bones. The mind, the positive thinking. If you had jailed me for a week, I'd come out revengeful and want to get back at you. This man came out, he could have destroyed the country, turned it into the Civil War. But know what he said? Don't drink poison to kill your enemy. He decided, which is so fascinating to me. It really is fascinating because I'm into the brain. I'm telling you, I'm into the brain. I'm so interested in how the mind works. And I'm looking at this man and I can see why he's revered all over the world. Because what he did, he wasn't revengeful. He didn't have retribution. He didn't have hatred and bitterness. Because when you think about it, where does it go? It's worthless. What does it accomplish? And to suffer that long, I'm just fascinated by the time that this man was incarcerated. And what did he do? He brought the country together like nobody ever dreamed because he didn't make the people that oppressed him terrified and get arms and guns and tanks for the big Civil War to come. No. What would have been accomplished? The country would have been destroyed. The surrounding areas have been destroyed. And what would have been accomplished? Nothing. It's so magnificent that he took his people that suppressed him and said, let's get together to build a better South Africa. It astounds me. I mean, it's the length of time that you could build bitterness and resentment if that's where you want to go. And that's why everybody admire him, not for the 27 years, but what he did after the 27 years. Magnificent. He brought the country together stronger than ever. The white people that dominated that country all the years, they're no longer terrified, afraid that he was going to come in and get retribution to how they treated the majority blacks of that country. Magnificent. And what's magnificent, and what get the whole world, they're looking at this man and saying, where did he come from? What in his mind, it seemed you would build bitterness in the years, hostility. I mean, I look at myself. I think I'm a good guy. I'd rather give than take. I'm a friend. I have feeling. But I tell you, my friends, I can't imagine being as magnificent as this man after all those years of suffering. I just can't imagine. It's unique in history. Think about it. Very few. You've got people kill a person because they owe them a few dollars. Guys kill the wives and the children because the wife did something he didn't like. Matter to see the range in people and how they perceive and how they react. There is no substitute for positive thinking. None. And this man is the height. I admire this man. I read about him in astonishment. And what he says, and it's so true, Don't drink poison to kill somebody else. So what he's really saying, don't destroy yourself in your quest to get at somebody else. Magnificent. And I'll tell you something, my friends. Only he could have saved South Africa. If he had came out of jail, hateful and revengeful, the country would have been torn in civil war. But instead, whites and blacks now, the country is united and it's moving forward. And I'm just, beyond, I'm overwhelmed. I really am. I'm just overwhelmed with the prospect of what a magnificent state of mind. And I think I'm a fair guy. I don't have that. I couldn't do it. If you lock me up for a week, unjustifiable, I will get you back at your ass. But then you never know. Whatever happened to this man, jail didn't destroy him, it strengthened him. And I'm just so awed by it all. Because it's so vivid. It's not something you gotta run, scratch your head. You see it. You see what this man is made of. And I'll tell you, they don't come along every day. I can't imagine. I don't know anybody, any of these leaders, anybody that could have suffered the way he did with the knowledge that in the end, he would think positively. And the more we can think positively, the happier we'd be. That's what I have to say, my friends. I just had to tell you because I'm just, especially as you get older like me and you think you got it, and you think you know what's going on in a sense. You rode that road already. You took that journey, but you didn't. There's so much more to learn. And there's so much more to understand the perception of the human being and how we process things in our lives. To be continued.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.